People talk about a trauma bond, but what really is that? You see, isn't love love? We're attracted to another person in a certain way, and that's all there should be to it. Unfortunately, not. Now, let's understand the subconscious language is emotion. Also, the subconscious primary function is survival. So, if we learned a way to survive as children by self abandonment, people pleasing, autonomy, whatever it was that we created as a strategy for survival in a less than ideal environment, we'll tend to operate that way until we choose to change. So when we enter a romantic relationship as an adult, we'll look for the same kinds of qualities in a partner as we had in the carer to replicate that same environment for ourselves because we knew we survived it before. Our subconscious will say, do it again because we'll be okay. Rationally, we know that isn't particularly helpful. But the subconscious doesn't believe in rationale, it believes in experiences. And as long as the experiences told us we'll be okay, we'll suffer the consequences of remaining within that toxic environment that we recreate, looking for the emotionally unavailable, the emotionally unstable. The second reason we'd be traumatically bonded to another person is because exactly of those things that we self abandoned. We self abandoned certain traits that were intrinsic to our character. And we severed them from conscious and said, sorry, we can't operate those expressions. We're going to be something that's safe, acceptable to a carer, so we don't need to be worried about how we're going to be tomorrow. As we enter these romantic relationships, we recognize in another person those traits that we left behind because we miss them. Even if we can't rationally remember what they are, it's actually a part of our subconscious that's missing. They're still there, they've just been denied, numbed, silenced. But when we see it in another person, it feels like they complete us. That's also a trauma bond. So if you recognize those two traits as to reasons why you continuously connect with the wrong kind of person, the emotionally unavailable, the emotionally unstable, those who get very tired of our neediness or potentially our emotional inability to stay present, whatever it was for us as children that we either became familiar with or abandoned in our own conscience is what we will be attracted to as adults. If you would like to know exactly how to overcome that, how to recognize how to begin to initiate relationships that are not according to that old pattern, and maybe even reconnect with that severed part of your conscience so that you're fulfilling your own needs emotionally instead of looking to someone else to fill in that gap, reach out. This is exactly what I do. If you want to know any more about that, then send me a message and we'll have a conversation one on one. Won't cost you a thing. So maybe we can work out a strategy for you to have healthier relationships with yourself and with others going forward.